The producer of The Simpsons Hit and Run has teased that there could be a remaster or a remake. However, that brings up one question to me. Apu was a huge character in the game. However, he has since been phased out of the show and no longer has a voice actor. And with about half or more of Indian Americans thinking that he is racist and stereotypical, I don't think they're going to take the risk of bringing him back in the same way that he was originally in the game. So what might they do with him then? And do with the remake of the game? Let's find out. This is all just going to be opinion and speculation just for fun, so take it with a grain of salt, but we're going to start by breaking this down mission by mission of every appearance of Apu in the game. Starting with the pre-mission, the Cola Caper. In this mission you have to drive to the Quickie Mart and pick up some ice cream and stuff for Marge, which requires you to talk to Apu.
Hey Apu, give me a cola and I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pies.
What happened to the ice cream with mini pies your wife bought this morning?
I probably ate it. I don't remember stuff too good.
This one should be pretty easy to phase out of the game because they could simply just have Apu still be there because he does make some background appearances in the show still, and you just don't have to talk to him. You could just walk right in and pick up the ice cream and stuff and head right back out without having to speak to him. In Level 2 Mission 5, you also have a little run-in with Apu after you collect the flat meat for the Krusty Burger. I think this one should be pretty easy to cover up too because they could just simply have one of the black chase sedans come after you and say it's the health inspector or something like that and fix that one real easy. In Level 3 Mission 3, it does get a little bit more complicated though.
This is terrible. A very bad man is delivering roadkill to all the Krusty Burgers, which are cheaper than my Quickie Dogs.
This one would be a bit harder to cover up because of the fact that it's an entire mission where you're riding with Apu. This mission came about because Lisa got the idea to ask Apu if he knows where Bart is because Bart always hangs out at the Quickie Mart. It could make sense to maybe change the character she talks to Krusty instead of Apu because Bart hangs out at the Krusty Burger too, maybe? And then you could end up helping Krusty get the flat meat from Cletus because he's scared of the health inspection or something. At the very end of Level 4, Marge decides to ask Apu if he knows where the cola's coming from.
Apu, I think you should be aware that you're selling a tainted cola. Where's this stuff coming from?
Well, there is little here not tainted in some way. Even the astrology scrolls give poor advice. But I will get to the bottom of this.
Well, it made Bart go crazy. And if I find the distributor, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Careful, Mrs. Simpson. This cola makes people do irrational things without guilt. It is as though they have bottled the effects of a raging frat kegger.
That's it. I'm going after it. And any other evil cola trucks I can find.
This one shouldn't be too complicated either. They could just simply change it to something like Marge pulls up at the Quickie Mart and sees the cola truck pulling away and decides to follow it herself to destroy it. Something like that wouldn't be too detrimental to the story of the game. Unfortunately though, now we're getting into Level 5 where you play as Apu, and there would have to be some major changes here. Before I get into speculating about what they might change this level of the game into, let's just go over what his story is.
Oh, I have been selling tainted cola. Unless I redeem myself, I will be reincarnated as a sea cucumber, or worse, a land cucumber. I must find the source of this evil beverage. The soda invoice commanded I go here, but I see no cola factory. Oh, a cola truck. Time for me to do that Hindu that I do.
So as we just saw, Apu is going to try and find where the evil cola is coming from. There's a lot of characters in the game who could also do this, but let's move on with talking about Apu's story and we'll get to that. The cola truck leads him to the Legitimate Businessmen's Social Club.
Hello, stereotypical Italians. Please to tell me the source of the evil cola.
We don't know nothing. Except that the vans are controlled by mysterious strangers. Anyway, you shouldn't stick your nose in other people's business. It could come back to haunt you. And your family.
Oh my gosh. Your thinly veiled threat has reminded me of my fatherly duties. I'm supposed to pick up the octuplets at the doctor's.
In terms of the main storyline of the game, this mission is pretty pointless, but let's move on anyway.
I'm afraid we have a medical emergency.
Oh no, my babies!
Your babies are about to go to the bathroom all over my waiting room. And diapers aren't covered by your insurance. Ooh, you better hurry. I heard the parents of the Shelbyville 9 are grabbing every diaper in town.
I will get the diapers, but there's no way I could fit them in my car. Maybe Mr. Homer will have a large gas-guzzling American vehicle that I could use.
Again, doesn't even correlate to the main story of the game, so a very easily replaceable mission. Next.
Hello, famous American clown. I wish to ask a favor.
Everyone wants to wet their beaks. Ugh.
I require information about trucks delivering evil cola. How can I get this classified data?
Sorry, Apu. I'm a drink-squeezy, punchy lowlife. You need a professional scumbag. Follow a cop until you find one. You'll have better luck if you know, look American.
Thank you, horrible man.
So then you follow the donut trail, you find Chief Wiggum, and then you follow him, and then you find Snake. Yada yada yada.
Hand over your wallet, dude. This is totally a mugging.
Oh, what good luck! A criminal!
Huh?
Well, surely a violent filth bag such as yourself could find out who is driving the black cola vans.
Well, I do have a connection at the DMV, but it will cost you. You have to pick up the litter from my community service.
It is a deal.
Deal. Now hand over your wallet.
Yes, whatever.
So then you pick up garbage in one of the worst missions of the entire game, in my opinion. Only for this to happen.
Sir, this folder is empty. To rob me is one thing, but I never expected you to lie.
Dude, relax, okay? I've got the info you need. I just need help with a little more community service. Oh, I'm totally evil.
Oh, I should know better than to trust that demented chuckle. But okay.
So then you help him with community service again, just to find out that the cola trucks are registered to the museum. So then you meet up with Bart.
Oh, Mr. Bart, I have discovered that the evil cola is being made in the Springfield Museum.
But that closes in 5 minutes.
And my car is out of gas.
Just fill it up at the Quickie Mart.
At those prices? No way.
Fine, we'll take my car.
So then you have to destroy the curator's car and get the key so that we can go into the museum, and I'm not going to play that final cutscene because I feel like I've already bored you guys enough just by playing these cutscenes over that you probably are already familiar with anyway. Basically, they see some cola dripping onto the dinosaur comes to life, Bart takes it down, then they go and look through the vents and see the aliens talking about their reality show and that the cola is fueling it. And that wraps up Apu's level. Do I think they will keep Apu's level in the game? Honestly, no. I know some of you might think it's stupid or that it's just a game, but if it's offending people of this culture, then they're not going to keep it.
Okay, then what?
Well, the first possibility is that they could just remove the level completely out of the game. That's very unlikely. I doubt they would do a remaster and make it worse by removing an entire level, so Apu's level was full of a lot of very pointless stuff, so it could easily be removed and not missed. However, for gameplay's sake, in a remaster or remake, they're always going to want to add content rather than remove it, especially because of nostalgia. But in this case, they will probably have to replace this level with something, and that also means that it's lucky for them that Apu's missions were mostly meaningless anyway, because it should be very easily replaced. But what character would they replace him with? Well, my first guess is, what about Krusty the Clown? There's already a mission that involves Krusty here, where basically Krusty says he knows nothing about it, so it could easily be swung in a way of Krusty trying to find out, since I'm sure his restaurants sell this cola and he was on the commercial for it. It would probably make some kind of sense for a level of this nature, and it would probably be cool to play as Krusty the Clown for a little bit. Another maybe not so terrible idea is possibly Chief Wiggum. It wouldn't make zero sense to have a police officer be investigating the cola situation, and the police car is already a car that you unlock in this level anyway. Another random idea could maybe be Barney. I mean, he doesn't really have much to do with the story in this game as it is, but he's a very comical character, and there's probably some fun things they could maybe do with him trying to investigate it, because can you imagine how much of a mess that would be? All in all though, I can say that they're probably not going to include Apu in the remake other than as just a background character, if there even is a remake, because we have zero confirmation on that other than knowing that the developers are willing. So this is all just for fun. Comment some characters that you'd maybe like to see replace Apu in a remake or remaster. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you can, support me on Patreon and help keep this channel afloat and so I can do more videos for you guys. Links for my Patreon and my merch are in the description. I will see you guys on the flip side.